Hey everybody, welcome to a new Diving Live tutorial. And this week the tutorial is on multiband dynamics tricks. So I was inspired by a friend of mine, Nora Q. He does the masterclasses, the mixing masterclasses during my advanced course. And he's using like a special effect that he made himself. It's like an audio effects rack where he added a multiband dynamics on each of the chains and then adds a compressor to the chain that's isolating the low end and then side chains it to the kick. So the pad actually is side chained, but it's not pumping because it's only side chaining under 200 hertz, which means that the kick's only pushing away the low end of the pad, which makes it so that the pad will still sound like open and not pumpy because it's only side chained in the low end, which is the trick. So here, you can't almost hear it. If I move the compressor out of the chain, it's compressing the full thing. But like this, it's only compressing the low end. So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to show you how to do this and then with another trick, because using this multiband dynamics to actually isolate certain frequency ranges, you can think of way more other options to do this. You can like create a widener only for the high end or saturate only the mid range, you know, all these kind of things. So if we have my drums here, these are the drums. This is, by the way, a track that I made in a melodic masterclass. I did a track from scratch. Occasionally I do these masterclasses, so feel free to join. Check out the events page on the Lessons in Life website, where you'll see when I do a masterclass. And sometimes I create a track from scratch, you know, and this was the result. It's not been mixed, but it's an idea that's ready to be finished later on if I do this. But anyway, so here I will load a audio effect, and I'll load the multiband dynamics onto the drum group. Right, because I want to make the drums wider, only in the high end. So I take this multiband dynamics, I group it. So it's in a group by itself. I open the chains, and now I have one chain. I duplicate the chain 2 times, so I have 3 chains. And I call low, or let's say high. One I call mid, and one I call low. And in the low end, I solo the low end, 120 hertz. In the mid-range, I solo the mid-range. In the high, I solo the high. Which means it's cutting up the frequencies in these 3 parts, right? So if I now take a utility and drop it on... Oh, I didn't drop it right. So I drop it on the high. Then you see it's inside of the device. And now if I play the drums and open the width, it will sound wider. Check it out. And if I drop it on the mid-range, it will only do it to the mid-range. You can really hear it in the snares. Chuck, chuck. They go really wide. And this is a technique that is super simple and that allows you to actually multi-band process anything. And of course you can change. Let's say if you want to use the side chain like my friend Jaron did, you can actually add the compressor to the low part and side chain the drums with the kick. Let's say here's the kick, and side chain it only under 120 hertz. If you want to use 200, you can change it, but don't forget to also change it here in the mid. Otherwise, you're going to have a gap or it's going to act weird. You want to have the same everywhere. So low and mid should be the same. For high, it doesn't really matter because it works only for high. But if you change the high, you also want to change it in here because these 2 are connected. So this is actually quite short, and this is the technique. You can use it on like a lot of stuff. You know, try a delay. You know, try to delay only the high end on stuff or whatever you want to think of, you know, gate only the low end or gate only the mid-range, whatever you want to think. Or maybe a phaser only on the high end, you know. Use a chorus only on the high end, you know. You can take this high and take a chorus. Let's see, because they hear the chorus. Put it on the high. And now we have a chorus only on the high end. which is cool. It's only on the high end. So you can take this concept and take it as far as you want. Multi-band processing. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. There's way more on the Lessons in Life page. If you like what I do, please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. Maybe you have requests for future tutorials. And maybe you want to follow us as well on the Facebook page we've got about 800 or 900 people inside a Facebook group. You have to answer 3 questions. You'll be allowed in, and we share news or blogs. There's remix competitions. Maybe you can win a release on a big label or some other great prizes that we have. So feel free to explore the Lessons in Life community online, and I'll see you at the next tutorial. Bye.